Hello, welcome to Merop Media. Today we are having a live chat here at Kenya Nutritionist and Dietitians Institute. My name is Marilyn, and we got to grab some specialists or practitioners. And today with us, we're going to interact with consultant Dr. James Otieno. Welcome, James. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. So maybe you'll just tell us why you are here and what is the order of today.
The reason why we are here, we are having the third International Nutrition Conference, and the theme of the concept of the conference is a sustainable food system, diet, health inequalities, and policies. So the whole aim is to bring all nutrition professionals together because nutrition is becoming a multidisciplinary profession, to discuss how do we develop a sustainable food system. That means in terms of from food production until it reaches the consumer. So that's the reason why we are here.
Or maybe you can also tell us the organization you work with and the number of organizations that you guys have partnered with today and the message of today to Kenyans.
Kndi, because it's the one hosting this event, is partnering with over 10 institutions. But for me, I am the head of research in Kenya Union of Nutritionists and Dietitians Institute. But I also double up as an agro-nutrition consultant, looking at aspects of food production, doing analysis on food value chain. What is the value if you've produced food? How long does it take in your shelves? Is it really safe for consumption? And then after that, we also look at the aspect of utilization. After you've consumed it, is it preventing diseases or is it bringing the diseases? And if you have a disease, then my work is then to change that and modify all this so that people have optimal health in the interactions.
Now, what is the program helping with the common wananchi out there?
Just as I've mentioned, it looks at the analysis of food, because there are those who are doing the food production, there are those who are just in charge of distributing the food, and there are those who are just like buying the food and consuming it. So the whole essence of having this conference is to explain to the common wananchi that if you want to produce more food, because you're looking at aspects of food security, that you need to do 1, 2, 3, because we are having issues with the land sizes are very small. So if you have a small land size, you're able to produce a large amount of food. Now, after you've produced this food, how are you going to process this food so that it can take slightly longer than others are doing? So all the wananchis, the common wananchi, are citizens in Kenya, and because this is international and all those borders, the whole essence is to help people to produce more food within a very short size of land. But after that production, they need to know how to consume it, how to prepare it, and so on and so forth.
So, what do we expect after this conference and the whole of program? Because you guys have been here for the whole week, and I think you will be ending it by probably in the next 2 days. What should we expect after this?
The expectation is after this conference, because we are having all nutritionists coming on board, we want to come up with a policy in the country, because we've realized in Kenya we don't have what is called a national nutrition policy. So that is one thing we need to develop. Then two, we also want to come up with solutions for different institutions, different organizations, and not only that, you can also focus on in terms of research, where do we move on from here? Do we focus on production? Do we focus on, let's say, consumption? Or do we just focus on the distribution aspect so that the food that is being consumed by individuals is safe? So after all is said and done in this conference, we are going to have a collective statement that is going to come that will guide the profession and also guide individuals in Kenya.
In all those statements and organizations, how is the government coming in? How are they helping?
Just to start by mentioning that Kndi, which is Kenya Nutritionists Dietitians Institute, is a regulator. So that means that is already one arm of the government. So in whatever they will be doing, in whatever recommendations that they're going to make, the government is directly involved in all this. So it means after this session, we're going to have a communication to the different line ministries. Now, as I mentioned before, if you look at nutrition, multidisciplinary will mean you have Ministry of Agriculture, you have Ministry of Health, you can also have Ministry of Trade, just to understand how is the food moving from one step to another. Think along it in terms of even standardization, because KEBS is also here. If you produce something, how does it meet the standards for the market? So all those things, you're going to sit down as nutrition professionals and make a decree to the government, all the line ministries, to make them understand that in order for us to achieve a sustainable food system, then there are things that must be done right. So that is the communication you're going to make to the Kenyan government. And I know one of the implementers is going to be Kndi, in line with other organizations.
And your last parting shot?
I'm just going back to the theme of the conference, which is talking about sustainability. Sustainability means if you have something today, then you should be able to get it tomorrow. So in terms of our health, we need to have food systems that are more stable, because the key pillars in food security, you have food availability, you have food access, and so on and so forth. So the whole essence is to have something that will run for years and years, not only for us in Kenya, but also internationally.
Thank you so much. That was consultant Dr. James Otieno with me here in Mulolongo in Machakos County. Thank you.